It's the regular season finale here at Earl Lorden Field on the University of Massachusetts campus, and the Minutemen coming up to bat for the first time here in the home half of the first. And they'll face freshman right-hander Jimmy Murphy, who stands 5'11", 180 pounds. He hails from South Orange, New Jersey, and Murphy is a pitcher who's seen limited action here in his first college campaign. He suffered an injury in the first series of the season at Michigan, and then missed some time, came back a month ago against Georgia State. And today he'll make his 5th start of the season, his 8th appearance. And for Jimmy Murphy, it's an 0-3 record of 4.60 earned run average, and a guy who hasn't given up a ton of hits. Opponents only batting .252 against him, but 17 walks in 29 and a third innings, so command will be the key for him as he tries to bounce back.
And Ryan Cusick, leadoff man, he is as hot as anybody coming into this series, Cody, but he's unfortunately cooled off, hitless in the last 2 games.
Cusick 0 for 9 in the series, and that's after, as Adam said, he was red hot, had a 9-game hitting streak snapped on Friday. The pitch, high and tight on the UMass leadoff man, who's done a great job setting the table this season. Cusick hitting .423 when he leads off innings here in 2013. There you can see the average overall for Cusick at .305, second on the team behind Rob Macklem. As that one backs him off the plate, and Murphy quickly behind the UMass leadoff man, 2-0.
Murphy's only gone 29 and a third innings, Cody, as you mentioned. He's walked 17, struck out 20, so I don't know that he'll go too far down the line today.
Cusick takes a strike, and it's a 2-1 count. Murphy pitched well last time out. It was Sunday as Fordham was swept out at Butler out in Indianapolis, but Murphy pitched well in that one, only allowed 3 earned runs over 6 2/3 innings. 2-1 pitch, make it 3-1 as Cusick's trying to work his way on to start off the bottom of the first for the Minutemen. In his last start, Murphy did walk 5 batters, but he also struck out 5. 3-1 the count on the UMass second baseman. Here's the pitch from the righty, and he walked him. Cusick is aboard to start off the ball game for the Minutemen, and quickly a trip out to the mound for the freshman catcher Charles Galliano. It's a freshman duo there.
And, of course, Cusick can do some running, 22 of 25 in stolen base attempts this season.
Yeah, Rhode Island's Jeff Roy, the only Atlantic 10 player with more steals. He swiped 28 bags on the season. Cusick, as a junior, already breaking into the top 10 in UMass's career stolen base list. It's only the second time he's been on base this series. He reached on an error in his first plate appearance on Friday. Short lead held on by McGinney. The pitch is down in the dirt to Rich Grafe, one of the 3 seniors on UMass's roster.
Grafe honored, but along with Ron Wallace and the starter Jordan Pace before the game. He might have caught some of that before we came on the air. Rich, a .287 career hitter.
There goes Cusick. Pitch is a strike. Throw down is a good one, but not nearly in time as Cusick had a great jump, and there's steal number 23 for the redshirt junior.
Galliano threw a strike down the second, but Cusick had a great jump on the freshman pitcher Murphy. And he slid in safely, and the catcher going out again to talk to Murphy. This is interesting, Cody. We're about 7 or 8 pitches into this game, and we've already had a couple of conferences.
And as the shortstop DeVito comes in, you see a lot of the youth on this Fordham team because all 3 of them are freshmen.
Grafe, by the way, second all-time in sacrifice hits at UMass at 30, tied for second.
And he might be able to tack one of them on here. A runner at second, nobody down in a scoreless game here in the first. Grafe squares, and it misses up high for a ball. 2-1 the count.
Grafe's a fast player anyway. If he's able to get a bunt down, he's liable to leg it out. Coming into the game, Grafe 11 for 14 in steal attempts.
Finally nabbed his first extra base hit of the season on Wednesday. Had his first career triple in that win at Quinnipiac. 2-1, Grafe pulls the bat back, and it's a 3-1 count as Jimmy Murphy. Told you command is going to be the key for the young freshman, and he hasn't been able to find the strike zone to walk to Cusick. And now a 3-1 count on Rich Grafe, who's trying to give him the out and trying to lay down the sac bunt. Ryan Cusick is at second. 3 balls and a strike the count as Murphy works out of the stretch. And this one will be bunted foul, so the count will go full.
And that might have been ball 4. That appeared to be up, Cody, and Grafe tried to get it down. Sometimes you just have to let them hit it when they want to. They're trying to give themselves up.
Mike Stone in his 26th season as the UMass head coach, flashing the signs in the third base coach's box, and it's Dennis Accomando, the newest member of the coaching staff, on the first base line for the Minutemen. Runner at second, nobody down. 3-2 pitch is up and away for ball 4, and there's back-to-back free passes to start the day. So UMass is in business. Great speed on the bags. Those two have combined to steal 34 bases this season. And Rob Macklem's been UMass's hottest hitter, coming into the day leading the team with a .315 average. And all he's done this series is go 4 for 8. Remember, Macklem yesterday was left standing at third base as the potential tying run when the final out was recorded in the bottom of the ninth.
Macklem tied for the team lead in multiple hit games with 14, along with Nick Campero, as Murphy getting a visit from the pitching coach. Macklem, 11 two hit games and three hit games. They go with a 4-hit game as well. The junior from Terryville, Connecticut, really having a fine junior season coming into this game, hitting .315 with 20 runs driven in.
Not really your typical DH, still waiting for his first home run. He's a high average guy. He's one of the team leader in sacrifice bunts, and I wouldn't be surprised if they try to have him lay down a bunt here. He's also stolen 9 bases, so he could potentially beat it out. Let the conversation out at the mound as they sent their pitching coach Jimmy Jackson out there, and then the home plate umpire Don Goller finally went out there and broke it up.
Goller, the umpire, was out there quite a while before the conference completed. And now they're going to flash signs out, defensive signs. Catcher Galliano. See how Fordham's going to play this. Looks like they're bringing the corners in. Looking bunt.
McCunney in at the grass at third, along with the first baseman McGinney on the right side as Murphy steps off, spins to second, but hangs on to the baseball.
So they put a play on with the shortstop DeVito cutting in behind Cusick. Cusick, an experienced base runner, was headed back.
McGinney way in on the grass. He'll charge from first, and Macklem doesn't show bunt and instead takes that one high and tight for ball 1.
Wonder if he might look for a strike before he attempts the bunt.
Not a bad idea after Murphy's walked the first 2 batters.
And everything Murphy has delivered has been up, up, up. And if he brings it down even a little bit, it's all been fastballs. That could be trouble, leaving it up in the zone like that.
Out of the stretch, Macklem squares, pulls back, and it's 2-0 as that one was above the letters. Jimmy Murphy, a season ago, had a really good campaign as a senior in high school, was the Essex County Player of the Year in New Jersey. 96 strikeouts, only 9 walks in 66 innings, but he's now walked 19 batters this season. 2-0 pitch, breaking ball was downstairs, 3 balls and no strikes on Rob Macklem, and the catcher back out to the mound.
I don't know what what Galliano can keep telling him.
Throw strikes?
Not much. I mean, obviously the young pitcher Murphy throws hard, but he's struggling to find his command in the strike zone right now. He's had about 3 trips already here and 3 batters. Now, sometimes you have to let the pitcher go out there and figure it out on his own, you know. He can almost put too much into his mind trying to straighten things out. 3-0 situation here, I'd imagine Macklem would be taking.
See what Murphy does, and he misses up the ladder again. Ball 4, and UMass has the bases loaded thanks to 3 straight walks to start off the inning.
And this is the guy you want up with Adam Picard, who coming into this game has 7 career long balls. He has 26 RBIs, 8 doubles, and a triple as well. And if Murphy's got to be very careful here, because if he elevates anything in the zone, Picard will jump all over it.
Adam Picard this season 2 for 6 with the bases loaded. As a team, the Minutemen hitting .378 with the bags full. Still nobody down, a scoreless game, but Murphy in a jam here in the bottom of the first. He'll go out of the windup. And there's finally a first pitch strike. It's 0-1 on the UMass right fielder.
Wonder if he's not as comfortable out of the stretch. Certainly he walked the first man, but he had been missing high over the course of the next 2 batters.
Cusick is at third, Grafe at second, Macklem at first. Fantastic speed all around as that one stopped in the dirt by Galliano, and the count will even up at a ball and a strike.
And there is already action in the Fordham bullpen, as you can see on your television screen. That appears to be Brett Kennedy, a right-handed pitcher from Brigantine, New Jersey, winding up and warming up in the bullpen.
Count is even, a ball and a strike. Picard will foul this one over the backstop, and for the first time today, Jimmy Murphy is out in front with a 2-strike count. UMass trying to score first. Leads have been few and far between for the Minutemen here in this series. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Murphy comes to the plate, and it just missed outside for a ball. 2-2 the count, as Galliano wanted that one, and now he's going to head out to the mound again. That's the 4th trip he's made out there to talk to Murphy.
Hope these guys are roommates. They seem to like talking to each other a lot when they're on the road. My goodness.
Wonder how much they've worked together. We told you that Murphy was sidelined for about a month and a half, and Galliano's a freshman. The first baseman, McGinney, has a step in on the grass at first, and everybody else is back trying to turn the double play. At this point in the game, Fordham will obviously give up the game's first run for a potential twin killing. 2-2 pitch. This one hit high and deep out to left field. Morey back, and that's going to get down over his head, up against the left field wall. Extra bases. Picard will clear him. 3 runs are in. It's a no-out 3-run double. And a fist pump from Adam Picard, and the Minutemen have a 3-0 lead. Still no outs here in the first.
Adam Picard knew what to do with that fastball. He got a round on it for his 2nd triple of the year. Drives in 3. Here you go. And it was a fastball, or a double, excuse me. And a fastball he drove out to the wall, and it almost bounced over. It hit off the yellow flashing and kicked off to the side, and Picard in with his 9th double of the season. And the first hit of the game for the Minutemen's a big one.
29 ribbies for the UMass cleanup hitter. Leads the team in that department as Began swings for the fences and can't connect. It's 0-1 on the big first baseman. Began's been sidelined. He's been in and out of the lineup this season with a hamstring injury, but when he's been in there, talk about production for Dylan Began. 16 RBIs, and this is only the 18th game he's started as he falls behind Murphy 0-2. Began, a big guy from the right side of the plate, 6'5", 230 pounds, one of those 3 high school teammates from Essex High School up in Vermont. 0-2 pitch, dribbled foul, third base side. It's Dylan Began, and then Adam Picard was on that team, and then Aaron Plunkett, who started Monday at Fenway Park in the Beanpot Championship game. All 3 of them high school teammates. Picard is at second, 3 runs already in here in the home half of the first inning. Murphy's 0-2 pitch, high and tight, almost got him, and instead that's going to roll halfway to the backstop, and Adam Picard will take third base.
That one went right under Began's chin, and he's 6'5", so that tells you how high that pitch was. And he had to duck out of the way of it. The catcher, Galliano, might have lost it in the batter as you take another look. That one right under his chin, and I think the catcher saw it the last second. It hit off his glove, and we'll await the official scoring.
It is a wild pitch as Fordham will now bring the infield in, and the 1-2 pitch stopped in the dirt by Galliano. He's had a busy first inning. He's made 4 trips out to the mound, has been busy behind the plate as well. 3-0 Minutemen on top. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Began, swung on and fouled back, and we'll do it again.
Good swing by Began that time. Just got below it a little bit and hit it back to the screen.
First lead of the series for the UMass Minutemen. They fell 12-5 on Friday, and then a 2-1 heartbreaking loss yesterday. 2-2 pitch. Popped him up. Tough play with the infield in. The third baseman, McCunney, is back, and now it's the left fielder. That's Mike Morey drifting in to make the catch for the first out.
You mentioned the weather at the beginning of the game, Cody. There's hardly a cloud in the sky and a little bit in the center field, and that ball is hit high in the air. A lot of glare here at high noon, and that's a tough play. Good play by Morey coming in down the line to take command and make the play, but I'm sure the sun and the bright sky will be a factor before we're done today.
The infield will stay in for Nick Campero, the 6th man to bat here in the bottom of the first for the Minutemen. Picard is at third. The pitch popped up over our head atop the first base dugout for a strike. Nick Campero, a .293 hitter, no homers, 14 RBIs for the big third baseman as Kellen Pagel's in the on-deck circle.
He has 22 career multiple hit games.
Infield still in the 0-1 pitch. Stopped in the dirt by Galliano, a ball and a strike. Mentioned earlier, and you can probably see it, Fordham wearing those maroon camouflage jerseys, and we're told that that's in support of the Wounded Warrior Project. Murphy out of the stretch. The 1-1 is a breaking ball low for ball 2. And Fordham, they've been wearing these uniforms now the past 2 seasons. It's their standard Sunday jersey. And they did the official ceremony, their support of the Wounded Warrior Project, a couple of weekends ago down in the Bronx. 2-1 pitch. Just missed outside. Good eye by Campero, and he's in the driver's seat out in front of Murphy, 3-1.
31 pitches already for Murphy through a third of an inning of work.
The freshman in a jam as action continues down in the Fordham bullpen. That's Kennedy still. 3-1 pitch. Campero on the ground through the left side. There's a base hit past the drawn-in shortstop DeVito. Big turn at first. Campero jams on the brakes there, and there's an RBI single. It's 4-0 Minutemen as Picard scores.
The drawn-in infield certainly helped there as it went by the shortstop DeVito in the left field for a base hit. And another hard hit ball by Campero, who drives in run number 15.
Well, you talk about the percentages. When the leadoff man reaches base, he'll come around to score. Well, UMass, the first 4 men reached base before the first out was recorded, and all 4 of them have crossed home plate. 4-0 Minutemen. Kellen Pagel, the former UMass football quarterback, takes the first pitch outside for a ball. And Kellen, we told you, has been alternating really a straight-up platoon in left field with Jeff Cavanero. They've been alternating contests. Cavanero was out there yesterday. Today it's Kellen Pagel. 1-0 pitch. Hit hard, right field, fair, it's trouble, and it's a fair ball. It'll kick into the corner. Extra bases for Kellen Pagel. They're going to wave him around second. Campero's going to score all the way from first, and there's a 1-out RBI triple into the corner for Kellen Pagel, his first career triple. It's 5-0 UMass.
Pagel's a fast man, and as soon as that ball touched down the right field line and Murphy's day is coming to an end, he went the other way with a pitch in the outside corner. He was able to drive it pretty well. It was fair by a couple of inches, but when it kicked into the corner, the right fielder, Serene, had a long way to go. He was playing almost in right center field and had to go dig it out, and Pagel was thinking 3 out of the box. And the Minutemen strike for 5, and Murphy's day over before it really starts.
So Murphy departs towards the first base Fordham bunker, and it'll be fellow freshman Brett Kennedy to come in and try to clean up the mess here in the bottom of the first. Pagel is at third, still just 1 down, 5 runs in for the Minutemen. And we'll step away. It's a pitching change here at Earl Lorden Field, the final home game of the season for the Minutemen.
Already 5 runs home here in the bottom of the first inning, and meanwhile Jordan Pace has gone back out to the bullpen to get loose again. Must be something with the UMass pitchers. We've seen Ron Wallace do this in the middle of long innings to go out there and warm up, and now Pace out there just throwing a couple of easy tosses and stay loose.
Not a bad thing for Jordan to have to do, huh?
No, not at all.
And on top of that, with 1 down and the 8th man of the inning, John Jennings, to come up to bat, Fordham will keep the infield in.
Thinking squeeze. Mike Stone will do this at any point of a game.
First pitch to the freshman catcher. He'll go the other way. A fly ball to right. Serene lines it up. Here comes Pagel. Here comes the throw. It's a good one. The tag by Galliano. And he's out at home plate. It's a double play as Serene threw it perfectly into the catcher. And that's how the inning comes to an end. So Brett Kennedy jogs in out of the bullpen, throws 1 pitch, and gets 2 outs after the starter, Jimmy Murphy, allowed 6 of the first 7 batters to come up to reach base. But still a 5-run bottom of the first for the UMass Minutemen, and they'll send Jordan Pace back out to the mound with some run support here on Senior Day.